Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial, we are going to be working on my spiral hat. Ooh. So this is a little tougher pattern. The hardest part of the pattern is being able to identify where your stitch needs to go. Past that, you get that down, this is going to be a breeze. So this is a super simple hat, and this is made with a 5.5mm hook, but the one we make in the tutorial is a 6mm hook, and if I set them side by side, you can see this difference in the size. So this one's just a tad bit smaller, and this one's just a tad bit bigger. Now, I have thick curly hair, and the hat made with a 6mm hook actually fits my head perfect. Now the 5.5mm hook fits my daughters, which are 15. They're both 15 right now. This hat fits their head perfect. So I'd say, you know, if you have a average head, you know, not too thick hair, the 5.5 will work. But if you have thick hair like I do, you may want this one. Now I'm not saying I have, like, you know, the thickest hair out there. I'm just saying for mine it would go with that. If, you know, you've got some pretty thick hair, then I'd go with a 6.5mm hook. But that is the difference in our sizes, and this is the one we're making in the tutorial today. I start with a green yarn, and I realize it's a little harder to see, so I end up switching to the pink. But for the pink, I used Red Heart Super Saver in the color Perfect Pink. And that white yarn, I just had, oh, here, is the Big Twist Twinkle in the color white. Okay. So like I said, you can use a 6mm hook, a 5.5mm hook, but I used my 6mm today with a pair of scissors, and you're going to need a yarn needle. Now, I chose not to put a pom-pom on my hat. You are more than welcome to. You can make a pom-pom, get, you know, one of the faux fur pom-poms. Doesn't matter which. They both look great. I'm trying to think of what else I need to add. So yeah, I would say this is pretty good for an adult. This for a teenager, and then if you want to, you can go down to a size 5 hook, and I bet that would fit a, I'd say grade school age, middle school age, head. All right, so get your supplies together and let's get started. All right, to get started with our hat, we're going to get a slip knot on our hook, and we're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Slip stitch to the first chain, and we're going to form a little ring. Now into that ring, we're going to work 15 double crochet. So we slip stitch to the first chain, now we're going to chain 1, and now we're going to work those 15 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're working over your tail so we can weave that in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, scooch, 12, 13, 14, and 15. I'm going to double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, we are going to slip stitch to the very first double, and chain 1. So I'm going to go ahead and stop, and I'm going to pull my tail close up that hole, and I'm going to go ahead and weave it in. So get your needle, get it loaded, and I'm just going to go right through the legs of those double crochet. One more time. All right, and cut. Okay, so that is the end of row 1. So for row 2, get back on my hook here. For row 2, we are going to work a front post double crochet and a half double crochet around the first double crochet. So it's the same one that we're slip stitched into at the top right there. You slide your slip stitch over, you can see the very first stitch right there. We're in, and it has to be in this order. The front post double first. So if you look, right here is the leg, the post of the double crochet, and then right here, hidden kind of in the middle right there, that's the chain 1, and we want to not work around that. We want to go straight around the post. So I'm going to yarn over and just pull it out. Right there you can see really good the chain 1. So I'm going to go between the double crochet and the chain 1, and then come out and work my front post double. Now we got to work a half double right back into the top, which is the same space, the same area where we worked the slip stitch. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and yarn over for the stitch, and then I'm going to pull it down, and you can see when I pulled that down, right there is the slip stitch in the chain 1. So right next to that is where I'm going to work that half double, just like that. I know it's a little wonky, but once we get past these first few rows, it gets really easy. All right, now we're going to do that. We're going to do the front post double and the half double into each double all the way around. So now it gets a little easier to see those double crochets, right? I mean, we don't have a chain 1 next to it, so we can see each of the posts of those doubles. So I'm going to yarn over, just pull it apart a little bit, go in on my right, I think it's your guys' right, and I'm going to come out on the left. Grab my yarn, come around, and work my double. Now I'm going to come back and just lay that forward, and right there's the top of your stitch, pops right out at you. Just like that. Kind of bring it to the side a little and work your half double. So again, yarn over for that front post, pull that apart, and right there's the post of your double. Go in from the right, come out on the left, grab your yarn, pull up, work your double, yarn over for your half double, bring everything forward, and boom, right there, right here is the top of the double that you need. Don't get confused with the one right here, because that's the stitch, that's the next double. So just lay it forward, right there it is. Bring it to the side and work that half double. So I'm going to do that with you guys again. Yarn over for your double. And you can see, I mean, the legs of that front post, you know that's not the double crochet you're going to be working in front of. So right here, I feel like I should get a different color. You know what, I'm going to stop this here, and I'm going to get a different color because I kind of feel like you guys may have a hard time seeing this color. Let me be right back. Okay, so I think this is going to be a little bit better for you guys. So I've got my first front post. Right in there is my double. There's my second front post, or half double, I'm sorry. Right in here's my second front post, double, and then right there's my half double. Alright, so I'm ready for the next front post. So what I'm going to do is right here is the leg of, or the post, and right there is the leg of that last front post double I did. So I'm going to grab that, leave this double out, grab this and pull it, and right there is your post that you need to work into. So yarn over, go in there, and we're going to work the double. Okay, so now we're going to yarn over for our half double, drop it, and right there pops out the top of the double that we need to work the half double into. So we just work that front post double, bring it to the front, and right there is the top. And that's where we're going to half double into. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and work this a few more times with you guys because I want to make sure everybody understands. So I'm grabbing right here the leg of that last front post I did, skip a post, and grab the next post and pull it apart. And right there is the post that I need to work into. So I'm going to yarn over, go in on the right, out on the left, pull it through and work it as normal. Yarn over for my double, drop it forward, and boom, right there's the top of that double that I need to work into. So I'm going to double or half double into there. One more time, grab the legs of that last front post double, skip the post of the next, grab the next one, pull, right there is the post of the next double that I need to work the front post around. So go ahead and work my front post, yarn over for my half double, drop it forward, and right there is the top of the double that I need to work my half double into. And you are going to have to bring that to the side just a tad bit to get that half double in there, okay? Alright, so just repeat that around for your 15 double crochets, and I'll meet you when I'll come back on that second to last double, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, so I've made it back around and I've got my 2 doubles left. I'm going to grab the leg of the last front post double I did, skip the next, pull that apart so I can see the post where I'm working into. Go in from the right, out on the left, work my double, yarn over for my half double, drop it down. I see where my next, where my half double needs to go into, so I just kind of bring it to the side, get in there. Alright, now I'm to the last one. There's my last double, yarn over, go in on the right, out on the left, work my front post double, yarn over for my half double, drop it down, and boom, there's the top of my double that I need to half double into, and work my half double. Now you should have 30 stitches around, so 15 front post doubles and 15 half doubles. Okay, so now, we're going to slip stitch to our very first stitch, which is that front post double we worked, and you can see, get in close here, you can see right here is the slip stitch, right there is our chain, and right here is the top of that front post that we worked. That very first front post double that we worked. So we're going to slip stitch right into there and chain 1. And that's the end of round 2, and you should have 30 stitches around. So 15 half double and 15 front post double. Okay, so to move on to round 3, this very first stitch that we're into, which is that front post, which is right there, we're going to work a front post half treble, and then into the top of it our double or a half double. So the front post half treble, it's nothing complicated, it's really easy. We're going to yarn over twice. We're going to go right around the post of that last, or I mean the first front post double that we worked. We're going to yarn over, pull through 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops left, yarn over, pull through all 3, and that's a half treble. Well, that's a front post half treble. Okay, so why the front post half treble and not a treble? So when I was designing this, if you work a front post treble, it's just a tad too long, and it makes the, well, I'll show you on this other one I have. It makes the spiral part, it makes it bunch up. So it would be more like this instead of like that, if that makes sense. So when I was designing it, I thought, I want to do a treble, but I don't want to do the full treble. So I thought, is a half treble a stitch? And I got to look and I researched it a little, and I found it actually is a stitch. So I thought, well, we're using it today. All right, so we just worked our front post half treble, and now we're going to yarn over for our half double and bring it down. Now, this first one is a little tricky because the top of that front post double that we're going to work into also has that slip stitch in it. So if we take that and just kind of pull it out a little bit, more of that front post double that we worked in, we need to work into, is showing better. So yarn over for your half double, drop it, and right there's the top with that little slip stitch into it, right to the side, and that's what we're going to work our half double into. Just like that. So now we are going to half double into the next stitch, which if you pull it apart a little bit right there, it happens to be the half double. So we half double into the half double. And that's what we're going to repeat. Front post, half treble, and half double into the next, and then into the next half double. So basically what we're doing is into each front post double from row 2, we're working the front post half treble and then into the top with a half double, and then we're half double crocheting into the next half double. Okay, so start that over. We're going to yarn over twice around our front post double, yarn over, pull through 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over for our half double, drop that down, and right there is the top of the front post double that we need to work our half double into. And then we half double into the next, which is always going to be the half double from row 2. So the next stitch, front post double, gets the front post half treble. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over for your half double, drop it, bring it forward, and right there's the top of the front post double we need to work the half double into. And then the next stitch, which is the half double, gets the half double. So kind of, making sure that every half double that we're, the single one, I'll say, not the one that gets both, is always going to be that half double crochet gets 1 half double. So that way you can kind of tell if you're working through this, and let's say the way you're working through this, it just happens to come up to where the front post half treble is going to be around a half double, you've messed up somewhere. So you might as well just pull it out and start over again, and make sure that each front post double gets the front post half treble. Yarn over for your half double, drop that forward. Right there is your stitch you need to work the half double into, and then the next half double is a half double. There's my front post double, yarn over twice, work my half treble, yarn over, drop that forward. Right there's the top of my front post double that I need to work my half double into. And then the next stitch, the half double gets the half double. Okay? So just keep repeating that around. Each front post double gets the front post half treble into the top half double into the next half double. Front post double gets the front post half treble and a double or a half double into the top. Next stitch, the half double gets a half double. All right, so repeat that around, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, so I'm coming to the end, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches left. So around my next front post double with my front post extended treble, or extended half treble, yarn over from my half double, bring it forward. Right there's the top of the double that I need to work my half double into. Half double into the next. Around my last front post double with a front post half treble. Oh, I split my yarn. Yarn over from my half double, bring it forward. It's right there because the very last stitch is my half double, so I know it's not there. It's right there. And I'm going to work my half double into there and half double into the very last half double. Okay, and that's the end of round 3. So we're going to slip stitch to our very first, and you can see right there is the slip stitch, little bitty chain 1 right there, and right here is the top of our first half treble, and we're going to slip stitch right into there. Okay, and that is the end of round 3. So to move on to round 4, we're going to chain 1. At the end of round 3, you should have 45 stitches. So I'm going to turn the page of my pattern. Alright, so for round 4, we're going to work a front post half treble and the half double around the very first half treble from round 3. So yarn over twice, go right around there, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. There is our first half treble, and now we work our half double right into that same stitch. But remember, it's a little small because that slip stitch right there, the leg of that slip stitch we worked into, or I mean, there's the legs of the slip stitch that we worked into the top of our first half treble. So it's a little small, but it's right there, and we half double right in there. Okay, and now we just half double into the next 2, which are both half doubles. There's a plane going by. And now we're to the next half treble, so we work our front post half treble, yarn over for a double, drop it down, and you can see there's the half double, and right there is our very the top of the half treble that we need to work into. It's getting tongue-tied. Oop, I forgot to yarn over twice. 1, 2, bring it down. And then the next 2 stitches, which are the half doubles, we work a half double into each of those. So pretty same concept, just we're adding another half double in there. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I thought I heard somebody here, but apparently I was just hearing things. Okay, so back to our hat. We just worked our 2 half doubles, so the next stitch is the front post half treble. So that gets our front post half treble. Yarn over for your half double, bring that to the front, and right there sets the top of our front post half treble from the last row, and we work our half double, and then half double into the next 2. So you should have 3 half doubles in a row. Okay, so now we're back to the half treble. So we front post half treble around that, yarn over for our half double, drop that. Right there is the top of our half treble that we need to work into, and now we half double into the next 2. I'm going to go that one more time. Yarn over twice around the front post half treble from the last row, work your front post half treble, yarn over for your half double, drop that. Right there is the top of the stitch we need to work into with our half double, and half double into the next 2. Okay, go ahead and repeat that all around, and I will meet you to like the last few stitches, okay? I will be right back. Okay, so I've worked my front post half treble and my half double into the front post half treble from the last row. So I've got 2 half doubles left. So I half double into those. And now I've got front post half treble and 2 half doubles left. So I'm going to yarn over twice, front post half double around the, or half treble around the last front post half treble from round 3, yarn over for our half double. And I throughout this pattern I've told you guys to just drop it and it shows up, but if you don't feel comfortable do that, all you gotta do is just rotate that a little bit, and you can see right there is the stitch. Half double into that, and then we half double into the last 2 half doubles, and that's the end of round 4. So slip stitch to our very first one, which right there is the slip stitch. There's the chain 1, and there's the top of our first front post half treble, and we're going to slip stitch into that. Now you should have 60 stitches all around, and it's going to want to warp a little bit. Let me pull you guys out. See how it's kind of warping a little? Don't worry about that. It comes right out of it the more we work our round repeat, which is just 1 round. And it's actually this round, round 5. So we chain 1, and we're going to work our front post half treble and our half double into that first front post half treble. So yarn over twice, work your front post half treble, yarn over for your half double, and you can turn it to the side or you can just drop it, and right there is the legs of our slip stitch. And right in there, if you slide that over just a little bit, is the top of this, the front post half treble that we need to work our half double into. Just like that. And now we half double, or I'm sorry, not half double. Half double into the next half double. Now into the next 2 half double crochets, we are going to work a half double decrease. So basically, we're going to make 2 half doubles into 1. So we yarn over, go into the first, pull up a loop. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go into the next half double, pull up a loop. 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5. And that's your half double decrease. And that is what we're going to repeat all the way around. So the front post half treble from the previous row gets a front post half treble. Now can you guys see what I meant earlier when I said that the treble is just a little too long, double is just a tad too short, but that half treble is just long enough, because when we work that decrease, it's got a longer way to go to get that angle. Okay, so now we yarn over for our half double and lay that down. Right there sits the top of the front post half treble that we need to work our half double into. Half double into the next half double. And now half double decrease over the next 2. So yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, 3 loops. Yarn over, go into the next, pull up a loop. 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5. And now we're back to the, we're not back, but we're to the next front post half treble. So yarn over twice and work your front post half treble around the front post half treble from the previous row. Yarn over, lay that down. Right there's the top of our front post half treble from the previous row that we work our half double into. Half double into the next. Half double decrease over the next 2. 5 loops, pull through all 5, and start the repeat over. Front post half treble, and half double into the top of that, same stitch, half double into the next half double, half double decrease over the next 2 half doubles. What am I doing, dang it? I keep wanting to pull through what I'm not supposed to. Pull up, yarn over, go in, pull up. 5 loops, pull through all 5, start it over. So go ahead and repeat that around for round 5, and I will meet you at the end. And remember, like I said, it's going to get kind of wonky, but don't worry about it because it's going to come, the more we repeat this round, it's going to come out of it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I haven't made it back around, but I've decided to come back because I'm pretty sure I told you guys wrong for the half double crochet decrease. And I didn't even notice it until I was working along, and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't do that. So I first of all apologize. So I'm going to show you the correct way to do the half double crochet decrease. Some of you may have known that I did it wrong, some of you may not have. And honestly, I'm not going to go back and fix it. It's not that big of a deal. It's one round, and nobody's going to notice. Okay, so to properly do the half double crochet decrease, we yarn over, go into the first stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop. So there's 5 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 5. Now, if I told you that right to begin with, I'm sorry I just showed you again, but I swear I didn't show that yarn over, that second yarn over. And I thought, I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys again because I can't remember if I did it or not. Anyway, so go ahead and finish this round and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I'm to the end and I just worked my decrease. I got my yarn overs for my last front post half treble. Yarn over for my double crochet into the top of the same front post half treble that I just worked around with a half double. Now I've got 3 half doubles left. The next one gets a half double, and the last 2 get the decrease, the half double crochet decrease through all 5. And now we should still have 60 stitches. So we're going to come over and right there, try to get this to stand up so I can show you. Right there is the slip stitch. There's a little bitty chain 1 right here, and then right there is the top of our first front post half treble that we slip stitch into. Okay, so that is the end of round 5, and like I said, we should still have 60 stitches around. Now what we're going to do is we're going to repeat round 5 for rounds 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And I didn't count how many that is. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we're going to repeat round 5 for 15 more rows, okay? So get yours done and then come back here and we'll move on from there. So 15 more rows. So rounds 6 to 20, okay? So I'm going to get mine done and I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm coming to the end of my 20th round, and the last stitch I have to work is my half double decrease. And slip stitch to our very first, chain 1, pull up a loop and fasten off. And that's it. That's our hat, guys. I'm not going to add a pom-pom to mine or make a pom-pom for this hat. I like it better without. But you guys can add one to your hat. I mean, totally up to you. Trying to get this end weaved in. Whenever I was finishing making this hat, Matt looked at me and he said, I put it on to see if I like the length of it. Because I like it to come right to the bottom of my earlobes. Or well, pretty much cover the bottom of my earlobes. And he says, you look like you have a ball of bubble gum stuck on the top of your head. I said, I know. I had to pick this color for the tutorial. But that's it, guys. That is our hat pattern. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss what I put out next. Hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Check out my description box where I got links to my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'll have a link to the pattern. And that's it, guys. Oh, and also in the description box, I'm going to have a link to this matching scarf for this hat. Alright, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.